Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Rider2 Brief. This is going to be just a quick video on the update of the 125 gallon saltwater aquarium. So, in the last year I haven't done much on the aquarium, to be honest. I've done maybe 3 water changes in a year, to be honest. And for that, my levels have suffered. Nitrates are still high, they're around 25. Magnesium, I like to have around 1500. It's at 1050, really low. Not that big of a deal if you don't have corals, but I'm starting to introduce corals in the tank. I got a Duncan 2 weeks ago. I just turned the lights on, so it's kind of closed up. So my plan, depending how much money I can put into this, I want to have a super nice tank, which you can do, but I mean, I want to get like a handful of corals. Over time, I'm going to make this pristine like the tank was when I started it. So yeah, I'm going to be honest. I've been slacking on the water changes. I've been slacking on the cleaning. I've got some garbage on the back of the glass I'm going to scrape off. I got to get the nitrates low. Today I've only started to do water changes the last week. So today I'm going to do another water change. It's 3 days later. I used to do 10% water change in the 125 gallon here every single weekend. I'm going to get back into that. My salinity is low because it was only fish. The salinity was 1.018. Yes, that's low. Saltwater in the ocean is 1.026, and an aquarium should be, in your home, should be anywhere between 1.04 and 1.026. The reason I had it at 1.018 is because it was fish only, and the fish appreciate that because the lower salinity you have, the more oxygen there is in the water, and fish can thrive with a salinity level of that low. So now that I got coral in here, it's at 1.02. I gotta bump that up. So I added double the amount of salt when I do a water change today. So over the next week, it's going to be around 1.024, something along those lines. My last video, I got these new lights. I really love them. Check out the video description, or I'll put up a little card up here at the top somewhere that you can check that video out. Really great lights, not that much money, a lot less than you're going to spend on like the Kessels. Kessels are great. I've never had any. I don't have the money to get those. So I looked high and low. I got these. They're great. I got 2 brand new power heads. Again, talking about those guys, I'll put a card up here somewhere and you can check that out. I really, really like them. They're very powerful, way better than the Vortec MP40s, which I have on my quarantine tank downstairs now. As far as the sump, I'm running 2 sumps now, and I got a new Eshopps Fusion Flow. I absolutely love it. Love it. Unfortunately, they don't make them anymore, but the reason I love them is because there's a lot of trays for mechanical filtration. A lot of people will put in like bio balls or ceramic beads or ceramic columns for the beneficial bacteria. No, I don't do that at all. That just holds the detritus, which is fish waste and uneaten food. You want to rely on your rock and your live sand to house your beneficial bacteria. So when I was using the canister filter or in my sump, I don't have anything at all for beneficial bacteria. I only use the rock and the sand for beneficial bacteria. So, video on that. I also have my original Eshopps sump, which is great, but I want to get another Fusion Flow, a slightly bigger one, so I can put my protein skimmer in it. The Fusion Flow is simple, and check out that video. Again, I'll put it in the top here. It has a lot of mechanical filtration. You remove the pads weekly, depending on your bioload, how much fish you have. There's a lot of foam you can take out, rinse out, or just replace with the temporary foam. I don't like filter socks. I stopped using them 3-4 years ago at least, because I don't like how the garbage gets caught by the fish tank, by the socks, and then it just sits in your water column and rots. So it's touching your water column. I don't like that. So yeah, that's that. So I want to order a new sump, a new Eshopps Fusion Flow. I got the 2 really nice power heads on the side. Filtration is going to be a beast because I'm going to have 2 sumps with a total of about 40 gallons of sump water. I'm going to put the fish back in here in a couple weeks because I took them out initially because I got fed up with my live rock, and I took 80% of my live rock out. As you can see, the rock was like nice and white. Now it's turning that brown because it's going through a little bit of that cycling, the biological cycling. That's fine. Water's good. There's no ammonia. Everything's cool because the sand bed is original, and I've got 1, 2, 3 rocks from the original tank, the original rock, and the 2 branches, which have tons of beneficial bacteria on it, plus the sand, so it's going to be fine. I could put all the fish in right now if I wanted to. So we're going to get the second sump to replace the other one because I love them so much. I'm going to get 2. Got the 2 killer power heads, got the 2 nice lights, lots of water flow in here. These guys are only put on level 3, and that's more than enough for this tank because if you turn them up to 10, it looks like a crazy hot tub. Too much flow, and then the sand goes everywhere. I finally got them dialed in where they're not blowing the sand up everywhere. So once that's set and I get the fish in here, I'm gonna start up my 1 gallon or 5 gallon tank in the basement just for coral, so I can bring them in and let them quarantine with no copper, of course, because cupramine by cecum will kill them. So you just want to let those in there for like 4 to 6 weeks. If there's any parasites on them, they'll die, like ick or marine velvet from the REEF store. That's my plan for now. And I'm going to do the water change today. I'm going to take the protein skimmer out, hose it down, put it in a 5 gallon bucket with vinegar, let it cycle through so it gets the garbage out of it. There's not too much garbage in it, but I'm going to do that as well. So that's it for now. I want to get this tank looking really pristine like I used to. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I've got a lot more videos coming on the status of this and everything that I'm going to go through to get it looking really nice. It's been kind of a hassle. It's frustrating because you're trying to get your levels up. Alkalinity is really high and everything else is kind of low. Magnesium, salt, calcium is a little low, but it's okay. I haven't been doing water changes, which is why the trace elements are not in there and my levels are way out of whack. So that's it, guys. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.